Hello, good afternoon. Michael Wynn, Chief Digital Officer of Digital Ops, a division of RB Oppenheim Associates. Happy Monday. Thanks for joining in to the Digital Marketing Video Podcast series where we talk about digital marketing tactics and strategies to help grow your business. Today, I want to talk about contact forms versus instant chat or chatbots for new lead opportunities. Over the weekend, I was doing a little bit of shopping for Father's Day weekend. There was a lot of promotions out there, and I had to make a stop by one of the big box stores, and I'm beginning to notice, and maybe you have too, a trend that humans are being replaced by scanning kiosks and stations. Have you noticed this? I think it's interesting that in an effort to lower overhead and human resource HR expenses, businesses are opting for automation or self-service when it comes to providing service. So, I'm okay with that as long as the scanner knows, what to read and how to look up my information if the price is correct, fine. And if I'm going to buy some wine or beer, that, figure that part out too. So I think at the end of the day, it's about an experience first. So let's talk about what's happening with contact forms on your website and how instant chat, as well as chat bots, because those are two different things, how they might influence or impact your website visitors. So number one, when we talk about website forms, some of the benefits of website forms, we've talked about this before, especially with Gravity Forms, which is a very popular WordPress form builder, drag and drop, logic-based selections. You can do different email notifications when those forms are completed. A series of follow-up emails, which is really can be very beneficial and can provide a good experience. But on the negative side, obviously those forms are not instant. They're not really intuitive to a degree. And sometimes there's no response. Like, we don't even know if you got the message. I've been on websites before where you hit the submit button and the page reloads and you don't know if anything really happened or not. And it could be the notification on the back end is not set up. It could be that, WP mail function is not working properly, so the notification doesn't come. And if it is, you do have it set up, but for whatever reason, the SMTP mail relay is broken, I end up getting that message in, trapped in a spam folder, and I never see it. So there are definitely some pros and cons to web forms, but we're starting to see now is chat bots implemented, where basically they're replacing very basic forms where that user can almost feel like they're talking to a real person and ask a question. And then, no different than when you're on the phone and the voice on the end, it's really a voice tree, is like, you can say anything you want from account balance to, account update or whatever. And you're like, no, it's not what I want. I'm trying to ask this question. Chatbots can provide that kind of experience too. So yeah, it does give you instant answers, if you will. I mean, it's kind of like an FAQ in a way. So it's not really live. So it's not like a live chat feature. I think that is the way to go. I think live chat is a fantastic resource on your website to really help convert live traffic on your website. Obviously, you have to have someone man the chat box, if you will. But there are plugins like Talk2, that's TAWK.TO, Talk2, which can be installed on WordPress, Drupal, Magento, several platforms that are out there, Shopify, and they have a free widget that you can get set up, as well as some paid plans. And they've got an iOS app, they've got an Android app, so that when a visitor comes, depending on if it's during business hours or after hours, you can set up those things. But I think the real benefit to being able to leverage that kind of interaction and activity on your website is huge, right? Because again, it really just boils down to, we want a good experience. We want instant answers. Our attention span and our patient level is just, we have no patience whatsoever. Like, we don't want to wait for anything. So if you can deliver a real-time answer through instant chat on your website, I think you're in a great place. Now, I think the other thing, I wish I had instant turn off my phone, but sometimes the interaction there, a lot of people, a lot of ops are looking at trying to connect Facebook Messenger with their functionality. I think that's a dangerous place to be, because if you're going to leverage the first-party data information on that platform, you got to be really careful. And I think people are more and more skeptical. If you prompt them to approve or allow them to connect on Facebook, I think there's definitely some statistics out there that would say you're going to have a pretty large majority, 30–40%, that are not going to want to do it. And so I think if you can have your own third-party instant chat or bot functionality with that, no, you won't be able to collect all the great insightful data that will come from Facebook with that user. But I think the probability of gaining trust and developing that conversation through an instant chat feature will really make a difference. So we like to use Talk2. Again, that's TAWK.TO. On our website, we sign into that during the day and on the weekends sometimes too, if we're doing server updates and things of that nature. But as a business, if you're looking for an opportunity to really provide a difference when it comes to an experience, an online experience, and you're thinking about whether or not you're going to use a web form or instant chat or a chat bot for your website, keep those things in mind. That website forms are great for drip campaigns and follow up, but the downside is that you may not be able to you may not be able to get those messages through their email spam filter. So that's something that's important to do. And then if you're going to use chat, you've got to think carefully about whether or not you want to integrate your Facebook authorization component. And then lastly, if you're going to go instant bot or instant chat, who are you going to assign on your team to be able to answer those instant chat features? So guys, those are some things to think about as you're thinking about how we as a society are moving forward and looking for an experience on our website when it comes to asking questions and wanting to get more information. Is it forms? Is it instant chat? So keep those things in mind. Guys, thanks for joining in today. My name is Michael Wynn. I am the Chief Digital Officer at Digital Ops, a division of RB Oppenheim Associates. Hope you have a great week, and we'll catch you tomorrow.